Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you're all enjoying your evening. Yes, this one is a late evening update, my people, but I still need to spend some time and highlight how the ladies did today. Yes, remember we have some 50 over games going on. And earlier today, we saw Barbados women taking on Windward Islands women. We saw Trinidad and Tobago women taking on Leeward Islands women. And, we also saw the Guyana women taking on the Jamaica women. So we're going to go through the scorecards. Plus, I also want to talk a little bit about ICC championship game that was played earlier this morning. I mean, unfortunately, I'm just getting a chance to look at it, but I still want to zoom in on it, my people. Afghanistan getting the better of England, and we saw one player from Afghanistan scoring 177. Yes, I think that's actually the highest individual score in a championship, in a ICC Champions Trophy game. So we're gonna go down into it a little bit. So just give a listen here and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, let's start off with this ICC Champions Trophy game that was played this morning. So we saw Afghanistan getting the better of England by 8 runs. Yes, 8 runs, my people. So Afghanistan, they batted first and they scored 325 for 7. Yes, 325 for 7, my people. It's really good to see that their cricket is growing. It's moving from stage to stage. You understand? I remember when they were producing a couple of leg spinners, produce a one-pace bowler here and there, produce a batsman that could do some damage. But now they are producing players that can go out there and really put together a good game. You understand? Talking about batting, bowling, spin, pace. They are doing them thing. Yeah, they do them thing. All right, so 325 for 7 of their allotted 50 overs, and then they bowled out England for 317. Right? So and that took them 49.5 overs. All right, so let's get into Afghanistan's batting now, my people. Zadran, the opener, he scored 177 of 146 balls, 12 fours and 6 sixes. Yes, highest individual score in the ICC Champions Trophy. You understand? You can correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't do any research before I started the scorecard, but I'm almost sure. I can't recall anybody scoring higher than that. Right? So he led the way. He was supported by Omazazi, who scored 41. We also saw Mohamed Nabi getting 40. His 40 came from 24 balls with three sixes and 2 fours. Bowling for England, Jaffa Archer, he had a better game than he did in the previous one. He bowled 10 overs, picked up 3 for 64. He was supported by Liam Livingstone, who bowled 5 overs for 28 runs and picked up 2 wickets. We also saw, Rashid and Overton picking up a wicket apiece. Now, England, when it was time for them to chase that total there, their former captain, Joe Root, he was spectacular. He was brilliant, scoring 120 of 111 balls with 11 fours and 1 6. Unfortunately for him and his team, that century wasn't enough to get them across the line. Ben Duckett got 38 from 45. We also saw Josh Butler, the captain, getting 38 from 42. And we saw 25 from 21 from Harry Brook. But unfortunately for them, they fell short. Now, bowling for Afghanistan, Omar Zazi, he picked up 5 wickets for 58 runs, and he bowled 9.5 overs. He was the pick of the bowlers. Mohamed Nabi, he got 2 for 57 from his 8 overs to lead the way for Afghanistan. So I just want to say congratulations to them, my people. You understand? Shout out to Afghanistan. You understand? I remember when, Rashid came on the scene and, we started to see a couple others coming on until, they are a force to be reckoned with now. You understand? We know they are really good in T20 cricket, so it's good to see them, doing their thing, where ODI cricket is concerned. Probably pretty soon we'll see them stepping up in Test cricket also. So shout out to the Afghanistan players. All right, let's take a look at some regional cricket now. The regional women, Barbados women, they defeated Windward Islands women by 56 runs in their game. It was a low scoring encounter, Barbados women, they scored hold on, let me get into it. So Barbados women won the game by 56 runs. Barbados women scored 181 all out, and Windward Islands, they were bowled out for 125. So not a big total at all. Well, let's get into it for Barbados. Kasaya Knight, she's the wicketkeeper batter. She scored 63 off 91. Her sister, so the sisters doing the work there. Kashana Knight, she scored 51 from 99 with 3 fours. So those were the two top run scorers there. Elaine, the captain, scored 17 from 22 to lead the way for Barbados. Now, the Windward Islands women, they were led by a couple of ladies. We saw James with 2 for 30 from 9.3 overs. We saw Pearl getting 2 for 22 from 4.3 overs. Glasgow getting 2 for 24 from her 8 overs. And Fletcher, she picked up 2 for 37 from 9 overs. So that is how the bowling went for Windward Islands and the batting for Barbados. Now, when it was time for Windward Islands to chase that 181, that Barbados got off 43.3 overs, Windward Islands fell short by 56 runs, right? So 125 all out. Batting for them at the top, we saw Edward getting 31 from 30. She had 5 fours in that knock. She was supported by Fletcher, who made 29 from 26. And, in that knock there, she got 3 fours. So that's basically how the batting, hold on, let me see. Fletcher, yeah. 3 fours in that knock. So that's basically how the batting went. Now, in terms of the bowling for Barbados, they were led by Cumberbatch, who's picked up 3 for 20 from her 4 overs. We also saw Elliott getting 2 for 14 from 3.5 overs. Elaine 2 for 13 from her 6 overs, while Connell and Garden picked up a wicket apiece. So that is basically how things went in that game. Congratulations to Barbados as they secure another victory. Going down to this one now, Trinidad and Tobago women versus Leeward Islands women. All right. Let me hold on. Not Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Trinidad and Tobago women versus Leeward Islands women. And in this one, Trinidad and Tobago women, they won by 4 wickets with 15 balls to spare. So batting first, Leeward Islands women scored 188, and that they used 45.3 overs to do so. So let's just take a look at the batting. They were led by Boyce, the wicketkeeper batter. She scored 76 from 84, 4 fours and 4 sixes in that knock. Hector got 35 from 30. Those were the 2 main contributors there. And bowling for Trinidad and Tobago women, Anisa Mohammed, the veteran, she picked up 3 for 26 from her 8.3 overs, but it was actually Ramatal who led the way with 4 for 27 from 6 overs, right? So those were the contributors there with the ball. Now, when it was time for Trinidad and Tobago women to bat, they basically made light work of that 188. They scored 190 for 6 or 47.3 overs. So nice little win there for them. Brittany Cooper, batting at number 3, she scored 72 off 107 balls, 7 fours to her name. She was supported by Lee and Kirby, who got 41 not out off 37 with 3 fours and 3 sixes in the mix there. Anisa Mohammed, she chipped in with 32 off 96 with 3 fours. So that's basically how The Trinidad and Tobago women went about it. Bowling for the Leeward Islands women, the wickets were actually shared. We saw Joseph with 1 for 29 from her 9 overs. We also saw Kimberly Anthony getting 1 for 8. But the pick of the bowlers there was Claxton getting 2 for 29 from her 9 overs. So that's basically how that one went. So congratulations to Trinidad and Tobago women, and well tried to the Leeward Islands women. All right, moving on to the final game. And in this one, my home country, Jamaica, they were defeated by Guyana. Guyana winning that one quite convincingly. They won by 8 wickets with 17 balls to spare. So the Jamaica women, they batted first and scored 175 of 47.4 overs. They were led by Chile Nation, who scored 32 from 47. Right, we also saw a couple of other ladies getting some runs. Morgan getting 23 from 54, right? And we also saw Scott getting 22 from 32, and Waysom getting 29 from 41 with 1-4. So those were the main contributors with the bat for Jamaica. And bowling for Guyana, we saw Millington getting 3 for 16 from 10 overs, and a couple of other ladies getting on the wicket on the table there. Shibika, she picked up 2 for 37 from her 6 overs. They were supported by Munisar, who got 1 for 35 from 10 overs. So that was how the bowling went for Guyana and the batting for Jamaica. Now, Guyana, as I said earlier, they chased it down quite easily. They lost only 2 wickets, so getting 178 for 2 or 47.1 overs. Batting at the top there, Mandy, she scored 60 from 114. She was supported by Grimond, who got 72 not out. She got that off 131 balls, and she had 6 fours in the knot there. Campbell was left not out on 23, having faced 26 balls. So shout out to Guyana, and well tried to the Jamaica women. So yeah, that is pretty much your evening update. A long one, but one of them thing. Big up.